How's it going, comic book fans? You know, the latest issue of Feral left us reeling, with twists and unsettling reveals, sparking some of the wildest predictions from you guys yet. From theories about Lord's heartbreaking naivete, to the mysterious spirit guide's true identity, and even the potential for a full-blown cat cult uprising. There's no shortage of questions about where this series is headed next. Today, we're diving into your comments to uncover the most compelling predictions and explore what the future might hold for Elsie, Lord, Gigi, and Patch. Welcome to the first episode of Comment Drops, the series where we take your thoughts, your questions, and your wild theories and dive into the madness together. Today we're exploring Feral issue number 8 and the events thereafter, a comic that had us gasping while also yelling at our favorite characters at the top of our lungs. Yeah, you Elsie. From rabid zombie cats to cult-like craziness, this issue was filled with dynamic moments. And judging by your comments, we're all equally excited and horrified about where this story is heading next. But here's the big question. Where do things go from here? Will Elsie and Lord ever mend their broken bond? What's the deal with that spirit guide? And how bad is the fallout going to be after that door was opened? And did anyone catch that the calendar hanging in the kitchen was dated 1993? All right, let's jump into your comments and see what you guys had to say about it. So let's start with Alexis Meers 6053, who had a critique of the cat's communication skills that I think we can all relate to. If someone had just said, you know those animals outside who have become sick and aggressive? Yeah, some cats here have become like that, so they're kept in here for safety. Don't open that door. Elsie most likely wouldn't have opened the door, especially after everything she's been through. So Alexis, you're absolutely right here. Elsie has been through enough already and experienced enough trauma. Just give her a straight answer. This highlights one of the most frustrating aspects of this issue: the cryptic way the cats handle crucial information. It feels like they're setting Elsie up for failure. But is it intentional, or are they too caught up in the cat cult to see the big picture? So here's my prediction. Elsie's guilt over opening this door will be an important moment in her character development and future issues. She's already carrying the weight of so many past mistakes, and this one will likely haunt her as well. But it could also be a catalyst for her to stop relying on others and take control of her own narrative. Next, Faulkner 9072 adds to this with an equally valid point. To be fair, it's not Elsie's fault the cats were being cryptic. Couldn't one of them say, hey, that room is full of infected cats, don't go in there? Exactly what I was thinking. Sometimes I feel like these cats are more interested in being mysterious and cryptic rather than helpful. And this raises an interesting question. What if the cats couldn't tell her? Is there some deeper psychological or cult-like conditioning happening here in this household? Does the old lady have something to do with that? Well, I would say yes. So here's my prediction. This cryptic behavior might be a symptom of the cult dynamic forming inside the house. The cats may not fully trust Elsie yet, or they've been conditioned to withhold information specifically. Either way, this miscommunication is likely to explode into bigger problems in future issues, obviously because of a bunch of cats locked in a bedroom who are infected. Now let's dive into an excerpt from Cocosaurus 7094's incredible breakdown of this issue. I mean, you should really go read their comment. It takes an intellectual approach to this issue and its narrative. The implications of this issue are horrifyingly fascinating. Did this lady know that the virus touching down was inevitable, so she put aside a quarantine of sorts? Was it discipline gone wrong? Did this mad lass tango with literal rabid animals with her bare hands? And what's with the vanity and bed frame? Was this her bedroom? Also, other commenters beat me to this, but yeah, the unaffected cats scream doomsday cult to me as well. So you've brought up so many amazing points here that I don't even know where to start. So first of all, the idea that this lady might have anticipated the virus is interesting. If true, it paints her actions in a completely different light, less careless and more calculated on her part. And that bedroom, it adds an eerie layer of intimacy to her relationship with these cats. It was once a place where she rested, and now it's a prison for infected cats. That's quite the contrast for sure. So what is all this leading up to? Well, first I think the house is going to become a full-blown battleground next issue when those infected cats escape the bedroom. And secondly, I'm betting the next issue will dive deeper into the lady's mindset. Was she truly trying to help? Or did she see herself as some sort of twisted savior figure? As for the cult theory, I'm 100% on board with that one. But expect some shocking revelations about how the unaffected cats survived and what they believe. I think the dead cat under the couch will be the least of their worries over the next few issues. Next we have Laura M. 96829, who gave us a heartfelt take on Lord's struggles. I still want to know who that spirit guide is. I have a theory that it might be one of Elsie's parents. Also, it's really sad how Lord is still clearly hurt by Elsie leaving him, but masks it just by showing her around the place. Laura, this comment is spot on. The idea that the spirit guide could be one of Elsie's parents, or a distant relative at least, would add such a powerful emotional layer to her story. And you're spot on about Lord as well. His pain is evident, even if he's trying to bury it. I think you can see it in his eyes in several scenes in issue number 8. So what does this allude to for the future of the series? Well, Lord's unresolved trauma will play a huge role in the next few issues in my opinion. He's clearly torn between loyalty to Elsie and his new identity within the lady's house. Whether he can reconcile these two sides of himself will determine not only his fate, but possibly the fate of his group as a whole. And the spirit guide, I have a sneaking suspicion they'll reveal the true nature of it just when Elsie needs it most. But yes, I agree, definitely a relative of Elsie's. Now, a Bear Amphibia 6812 kept it blunt. This issue is so disturbing. Seriously, animal hoarders disgust me to no end, and I hope Lord doesn't become part of this cult. You're not alone in your opinion on this one. This hoarder storyline hits a nerve with so many people because it's so grounded in real life horror. I mean, I've seen episodes of Hoarders where this exact same thing happens. A person hoards cats to the point where they just can't take care of them anymore. My hope is that Lord's bond with Elsie will prevent him from fully succumbing to this cult dynamic in the house. So what does this have to do with the future of the series? Well, Lord's struggle will likely mirror Elsie's journey. Both of them are trying to navigate loyalty, guilt, and survival. The cat cult's influence will be strong, but I think Lord's connection to Elsie will ultimately win out. So the YouTube singer 5814 delved into the emotional stakes of the issue. They said with Patch becoming infected and their owners gone, Lord is all that Elsie has left in her life to keep her going in a world that is slowly going downhill. So my prediction here revolves around trust, mainly rebuilding trust between Elsie and Lord, and that's going to be one of the series' most significant story arcs. But with everything stacked against them like infected cats and cat cults and unresolved trauma, it's not going to be easy. I also expect an Elsie or Lord character study issue might be in the series' future, just like issue number 6 was for Patch. So finally we're going to whoever this is, and they predicted the inevitable carnage in issue number 9. Looks like there's going to be a massacre in the next issue. Even if the hoarder lady isn't as vile as the master from Stray Dogs, her likely impending death will be a public service. You know, I couldn't agree more. The house is a powder keg waiting to explode. And hey, it might be harsh, but in some ways I think the lady might be worse than the master from Stray Dogs, because she is willingly bringing infected cats into a house where they will most certainly attack, infect, and kill all the other cats. Not to mention the filth these cats have to live in. It's a slow, agonizing death, rather than the quick, impactful scenes we saw in Stray Dogs. But these are nonetheless still heartbreaking and still shocking. So my prediction is this next issue is going to be the bloodiest yet. The infected cats are out, the tensions are high, and the lady might not survive the chaos. which I would be okay with. Expect heartbreak, heroism, and at least a couple of twists. It's my prediction as well that Patch is one of the cats being held in the bedroom, and Elsie and Lord are about to confront his tragic fate. Alright, that's the first episode of Comment Drops Under Wraps. Thank you to all the awesome viewers who have left comments and engaged with the community we've built here at Comic Drops. You guys definitely piqued my interest with these comments. Seriously, some of these theories blew my mind. If you've got more predictions, drop them in the comments below, and who knows, they might end up in the next episode. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future comic book goodness. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.